Hey, yo, what's in? So, yeah, I'm just gonna be reacting to. Ah, fuck. Wait, I should get my shit more ready. Dude, I'm gonna be reacting to this. So, I already saw it yesterday after, like, eating fucking two more of these shits, and it's like, bro, holy fuck, I was really not I really wasn't expecting to fucking hang over like this. Like, dude, I probably should've, but. Fuck, I just woke up. Dude, I'm so glad I'm waking up so early these days, because the fucking air conditioner doesn't work. But, like, nobody cares about all that, bro. I actually saw this shit on Twitter earlier. Like, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was, like, at first I thought it was, like, just some, like, either the Humanist Report trying to, like, point out Trump's hypocrisy or some shit, as if that was new. Or and then I was like, oh, some like far right fucking retard on some forums just like made this compilation, just like did that. It's like, dude, apparently that's a real fucking Ron DeSantis ad. So I mean, shit, I actually filmed my reaction to it yesterday, like on fucking six of those. That's pretty fucking cool. Good for me.
Just produced some of the harshest, most draconian
Dude,
laws.
like, this is actually my boy. Like, this is... Dude, this guy and Tucker Carlson are the reason why I'm into politics, by the way. Like, I watch both of them. But, like, this guy is, like, the fucking first person I ever watched in politics. Like, let's fucking go. That's, like, amazing that Ron DeSantis, like, went after him, of all people. It's, like, nice fucking promotion, because this guy deserves it.
That literally threaten trans existence.
What's your reaction?
I love how they fucking zoomed in on that. By the way, yeah, fucking wait. By the way, let me see if my webcam's sort of like in the way, dude. I'm not sure. I might wanna like just remove that because right now the lighting's good because like the sun's down. I guess, man. Yeah, I think I should take webcam off when I'm not streaming. But like, bro, he fucking zoomed in on his face too. Like. Bro, my man's more viral than I thought he was, but... Yeah, of course they get fucking Pete booted. Yeah, let's just see how does the gay man react? It's like, you fucking always gotta do the identity politics. Hey, Pete, bro, we got some, like, shit about gay people over here. Could you, like, get your ass over here, bro? Cause, like, yeah, you're gay, right? So this is your shit. It's like... Bro, imagine, like, being gay in politics and, like, genuinely not giving a shit about identity politics, and it's like, everyone who's, like, pretending to be on your side is like, bro, let me just call you up to do more identity politics so we can end this fucking type of identity politics. It's like, dude, no one cares about how this guy reacted. I'm sure he reacted just like anyone else. This guy's a fucking retard. This Ron DeSantis guy, like, he put that out. This wasn't like one of his like troll supporters who put. Wow, okay, that's fucking hilarious.
Reaction to that video?
Yeah, like, what did you fucking think his reaction would be? Like, why did you even like, no shit, dude.
Believe it or not, that video is real. You just watched Dana Bash ask Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg about a viral ad released by the DeSantis War Room, and that featured a clip from a video that I uploaded on May 17th where I discussed how DeSantis' policies make it
function. It's like, yeah, it's so fucking weird. He's legit bragging about just, like, we're gonna destroy the trans community and, like, the fucking gays too now. And it's like, yeah, Ron DeSantis has, like, almost always been pretty homophobic, but I don't know, like, he sort of ran, I remember one of the first things that, like, I saw him in YouTube ads and shit saying, well, where does it say homophobic, and, I mean, where does it say gay in the bill? It then, like, he legit made ads, sort of, like, where he, dude, he advertised himself as not being homophobic, and like the media trying to slander him as homophobic. Well, good job. I'm sure these ads paid off really well now.
Functionally impossible for most trans people to exist in the state of Florida. And towards the end of that video, I shared a GoFundMe for my trans friend who is forced to leave her own state because of his policies. But DeSantis's people think that anger over this cruel and fascistic attack on an entire group of people is so based that they want to put it in an ad. And if you're wondering why DeSantis refuses to condemn neo-Nazis who support him, it's because he wants their support.
It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, this guy isn't very smart. Like, the people are not on your side on this. It's like, especially if you want to make a successful, fucking, like, presidential race. Like, dude, like, anyone want to know why the Republicans lost in the midterms? Like, it's being covered over and over again. Like, it's this fucking anti-transgender tangent. Like, people were fucking repulsed by that shit, and they should be. It's like, yeah, we're just going after a group of people. And it, like, I never bought, like, this, I was like, no, Ron DeSantis is homophobic. Well, I don't know, but it's like, I mean, we have, already, well, he hates trans people, and that on its face, it's like, oh, it doesn't really matter if he's homophobic. It's like, that's already, I mean, we don't want this guy as president if he, like, he's pretty much running on just, trying to destroy trans people's lives. It's, like, yeah, I'm sure America could do better, but, like, yeah, apparently he hates gay people too. It's, like, not the most surprising, but, like, I mean, okay. It's like, the only thing is, like, it's seen way less as socially acceptable to hate gay people as opposed to trans people. Apparently it's getting, like, less that way, which, I mean, sucks, but, I mean, whether you're just transphobic or, yeah, let's add some homophobia, it's like, you shouldn't be president, fucking either way, not in 2023 at least, when we have other fucking options, like, better options, but...
And this ad is further proof that that is indeed the case. Now, when it comes to the ad itself, it went massively viral and got tens of millions of views, but I unfortunately cannot play it for you due to copyrighted music. If you play,
dude, motherfucker used you in his ad, and I don't think he asked you for your permission. You should have every fucking right, dude. We will boycott YouTube a second time if we need to. We fucking did that. Bro, I'm so glad this guy got monetization back. We should go after YouTube a second time and, like, demand that they give him an exemption. Because, like, yeah, I saw the whole thing. Like, he posted on Twitter. Bro, this guy should have fucking rights to this.
Play more than a few seconds, it's going to get claimed. But let me just give you the rundown of it really quick so you have a little bit more context about what we're talking about here. Basically, it starts by painting...
Like, at the end, I thought he had a fucking, like, swastika on his thing. Because I thought, like, at the beginning, I was still sure that it was, like, some people on the left trying to make Ron DeSantis look homophobic. But it's like, no. I was thinking, dude, for the left making this, they're sort of making him look like, I don't know, they're giving off the based vibes for some reason. Why are they? But he fucking did that of himself. Dude, I wonder what fucking staff it is.
Trump as pro-LGBTQ, LOL, by showing all of his statements in support of the...
goes with it. He's like the corporations. I mean, he's bought off by the corporations. He'll go with the vibes, just like the corporations.
Community then juxtaposes that with all of the homophobic and transphobic policies that DeSantis has implemented, with jump cuts to scenes from American Psycho, which is an interesting choice, and homoerotic images of bodybuilders also cut in. And essentially the message is that Trump says that he's anti-LGBTQ, but here's proof that he's not. DeSantis is actually anti-LGBTQ. In fact, he's the most homophobic and transphobic governor ever.
Yeah, he even put himself, like, with fucking devil teeth or whatever. It's like, does the devil have that? That's a vampire. Dude, I'm still fucking hanging over. It's like, either way, yeah, not the best fucking message. It's like, I don't know why he thought that it'd be successful. Like, what is base really? I mean, Sure, but he sort of digging himself in the same hole Trump dug himself
the gist of the ad. But Trump supporters hit back, throwing this tweet in the face of DeSanctimonious.
Speaking of fathers, thanks for the matching onesies. Future freedom. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Dude, I didn't even see that earlier when I... Today's 70 million investment will fund programs, support fathers and help families stay. Oh, yeah, I doubt Ron DeSantis will support, like, fathers if there's two fathers involved.
By gay conservative Dave Rubin, who says DeSantis sent him and his husband matching onesies for their babies. Curious, DeSantis, you say that you hate gay people, but yet, care to explain this? This shoe, DeSantis?
I happen to be gay. I am married to a dude, okay? We're having kids. You know what showed up at my door 2 days ago? A package with we're having two babies, with two baby onesies from Ron DeSantis and his wife, okay? He does not hate gay people. At this PragerU event that I mentioned before, I said, Governor, this is my husband, David. Big hug, smile, took a picture. Congratulations on the kid.
You know, it's crazy that just a year ago, Dave Rubin...
I don't know. Like, yeah, maybe that happened, maybe that... I don't know,
been using his homosexuality to sanitize DeSantis' homophobic
like, maybe he hates certain gay people. Like, the gay people who are against it. I have no fucking clue. Like, I'm sure that makes no sense.
Policies could now be used against him. That's the state of conservative politics in 2023, folks. But in DeSantis's, I guess, defense, maybe we'll call it that, Dave Rubin is wrong. There's a reason why Tom Askell, the pastor who called for gays to be put to death, endorsed DeSantis over Donald Trump. In fact, that same pastor spoke at DeSantis' second inauguration, but DeSantis hating LGBTQ plus people isn't surprising. However, people who voted for the leopards eating people's faces party are now vocalizing, I guess, surprise that leopards are eating their faces.
Bro, by the way, it's like... Yeah, there was never any reason, at least at the beginning, to assume that because these people hate trans people, they're also going to hate gay people. But I guess they, like, you grouped these into the same community. It's like, there are a lot of parallels to be made, like, arguments in favor of gay rights and arguments in favor of trans rights, because I guess like having a different gender identity and like having a different sexuality, I guess there's probably gonna be some similarities there, but like I mean like y'all sort of grouped it in the same community, so to be fair, like who assimilated what, like who. So, like, now they're just going after the LGBTQ community. I doubt that the right wing designed that community to, like, fucking, like, mix all that shit. But, like, dude, the fucking leopards eating people's faces part. Dude, I mean, sure, the right started embracing this, like, anti-trans thing. But, like, that's not all our policies, dude. I mean, to... just fucking like bash the entire party is one of their policies. That's like me saying, oh, the Democrats, they're the party of fucking racism and trying to end free speech. Like, I doubt that like accurately characterizes like the entire ideology of people in the Democratic Party who associate as fucking leftists. Like, I fucking doubt that that's accurate.
Of course, talking about gay, trans, and Republican people who felt like DeSantis' ad went a little bit too far. The policies didn't bother them, but the ad, that's where they're...
It's like, yeah. Dude, I'm still hanging over on these shits so much. Dude, what I was gonna say, like, yeah, as much as it's, like, there's no reason to necessarily assume, other than, like, a bigger and bigger amount of correlation between people who are transphobic and homophobic, which, again, like, we sort of group that into a community. Like, as much as, like, it doesn't make you retarded to not just automatically assume, yeah, these people hate trans people, they must also hate gay people. Oh, who knows, they must also be white supremacists and Nazis. I mean, dude, the list can go on. I'm sure most white supremacists, like white supremacist Nazis, they probably also hate gay people. But it's like, with your thing, it's like the left does tend to just escalate one layer above. How do you know, like, Leafy, for example, never knew he was, well, homophobic nor transphobic. He's clearly not fucking racist. Like, and he emphasizes on that so much, because I guess, like, some of his audience, they, like, want to see him being fucking racist too, because they're just surprised he's homophobic, and it's like, oh, well, it didn't really get worse in terms of, like, hating certain groups. It's like, that was unexpected. Like, just go balls in, dude. But, like, he's fucking, like, pushing back hard against that. He's like, no, y'all fucking crazy, dog. And it's like, dude, I don't think it's just necessarily stupid or even naive. It's just taking people at their word. Oh, you say, I hate trans people, more or less, but I am cool with gay people. Okay, well, I'm not gonna assume you're just fucking liar. But at the same time, if you're gonna support specifically that, like, gay people who are going to support marginalizing the trans community, or like, there's not a fucking community again, but like, fucking, yeah, like, gay people who are gonna be for these, anti-trans policies, like, trying to make their lives harder. It's like, as much as I won't call them stupid or like retarded and all for taking these people at their word, because you should take people at their word. It's like, if you're going to do that shit, like, before marginalizing another fucking group, it's like, yeah, I guess it's sort of fair. Then, like, if that shit comes back to bite you in the ass, it's like, doesn't fucking matter, like, this, oh, well, you should have seen this coming. I disagree with that, but, like, then if you're gonna do it to others, and then have it done to you next, it's like, yeah, I can't even really feel bad for you, and again, like, this whole trans thing, people, like, weren't necessarily bad faith. I'm sure most people who are, like, anti-trans, they, like, really want to protect children and stuff, but, I mean, again, you, like, when people tell you, yeah, I have this fucking thing, like, my gender and my sex are separate, this, like, a real mental disorder I have, and, like, so many people coming out like, yeah, this is real, and you're just like, dude, I know fucking better than you how you fucking feel. It's like, again, and it's not necessarily coming from a place of hatred. It's like, my mother, she's, like, my whole fucking family, pretty much. Like, they aren't gonna be anti-LGBT or anything. I mean, we're from France. It's, like, the most libtard place you could get. Like, you think that shit happens over there? Nah, bro. They got pride displays all over the place. Last month, I was just over there. It's, like, I don't have a problem with that, but, like, dude, oh my god, I'm going on a rant again. But, yeah, like, I started getting pretty bad fucking depression that was crippling me. I said that like a retard. Yeah, I got, like, really fucking bad depression when I was around 14, and around, like, 10, 11, with, like, not, more like 9, dude, I started getting OCD, like, really fucking bad. Like, it was also, like, fucking with me a lot. And yeah, my mother to this day thinks that I'm just fucking faking all of it. Like, I'm sure she doesn't just fucking hate my fucking guts. Like, she's just genuinely thinking, oh yeah, he's just faking all that shit and convincing himself that it's real even though it isn't. And it's like, still her fucking line, but, I mean, dude, it's so fucking obvious when people are telling you, yeah, I have this disorder, and they're going through the transition, and it's like, then they are happier. It's like, bro, if you're gonna be trying to, like, make them not get to have these freedoms because you fucking like think they have a problem with people that they clearly don't have a problem with. It's like, yeah, I just don't really feel bad, I guess.
On the line. For example, former Trump administration official Rick Grinnell, a gay man, tweeted that the ad was undeniably homophobic and asked DeSantis' rapid response director, Christina Pushaw, why she hates gay people. Caitlyn Jenner tweeted, DeSantis has hit a new low, but he's so desperate he'll do anything to get ahead. That's been the theme of his campaign. You can't win a general, let alone 2028, by going after people that are integral parts of the conservative movement. Really, Caitlyn? Really? LGBTQ plus people are part of the conservative movement? The log cabin...
Yeah, they can be. A lot of conservatives aren't homophobic. Let's go to... Okay, wait. Dude, by the way... This should have... Okay, yeah, that's the thumbnail. One view. Great. Okay, let me... Let's see, one of my boys. J Mac podcast. Conservative, he's great. Yeah, I actually agree with that. I need to, like, start watching him again. I have a short to release on that. Oh, that. Yeah, this guy has made multiple videos. Yeah, defending the LGBT. He's not gay, he just recognizes, just like me, all this shit, it's wrong and it's stupid. This has no place in the conservative movement. Because, I mean, didn't the Humanist Report agree with Dylan Mulvaney saying this shouldn't be fucking political? There are people on the right who also agree, like me included, that this shouldn't be political. Like, this is some cringe, dumbass bullshit that I feel also like the political Enfield would be just a less toxic, better, more enjoyable place if, like, it didn't include this fucking, gay people, fucking trans people, fucking whatever people. Get the fuck out of here, motherfuckers. It's like, and again, like, I'm not saying people, I hate how I have to emphasize on this. Like, of course, people should have the right to say all that. Like, dude, like, I wouldn't fucking ban any of that shit if I, like, was in a place of power to, like, be able to do something about that. It's like, no, of course, I'm not fascist, so I'm not gonna do anything, but it's like, yeah, I genuinely do, like, feel personally, like, this shit would be fucking better. Like, everything would be better if this shit was, like, not a political topic.
Denounced it in a thread on Twitter, saying, today's message from the DeSantis campaign war room is divisive and desperate. Republicans and other common sense conservatives know Ron DeSantis has alienated swing state and younger voters. Also, gay Republican David Leatherwood responded, saying, I spent the last 7 years of my life working with Trump to make the GOP a more welcoming place for gays, while also being anti-groomer,
Oh my fucking god, this guy. And I hate how these fucking people have to be wearing the fucking American flag. Like, bro, we're proud of other fucking people than, like, fucking this shit. It's like, as if y'all have to represent America. Like, the only people who are gonna, like, care enough about America to, like, display the fucking flag out like that and, like, be proud of representing it. It's like, dude, the people who are going to showcase the flag the most are going to be tweeting shit like this. It's like, fucking, why are y'all doing this to America?
Woke and pro-religious liberty. I've even worked with DeSantis on this agenda. This ad is a slap in the face and makes any LGBT person supporting DeSantis look like an absolute idiot. A little bit of self-awareness there. Now, in response to him being made fun of for the leopards eating faces meme, David responded saying, the leopard did not eat my face. I am the leopard. And He shared a picture of him in a leopard print shirt.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucked up, but yeah.
Which I've got to say is the gayest fucking picture I've ever seen in my life. But regardless,
Yeah, I forgot
speaking
to-
of leopards eating people's faces,
Okay.
Alejandro Caraballo shared a Twitter exchange.
It's like, dude, like, this is really, like, with the anti-trans thing, it's really the first time, and I hate you making, like, that thing about the entire party, that generalization of the entire party, because, like, again, there are a lot of policies attached to the cookie cutter opinion that makes up the right wing. There's a lot of these fucking opinions that could be, like, I don't know, capitalism. I'm sure he would say that's leopards eating people's faces, though. Fucking, like, what, like, I mean, there are a lot of things. Yeah, being pro-life, that's, like, some people, of course, any political opinion is, like, it's gonna have negative repercussions against some people and positive negative repercussions on either side, just against different people. Like, some people are gonna be heartbroken, like, oh, babies are allowed to be killed, when it's like, those aren't really babies, those are, like, fucking embryos. But, like, then there's gonna be, like, women's rights that are being disregarded. But it's like, a lot of these, it's like, you could see where people are coming from. Like, they're coming from, I want to save a life that I think is valuable and should be, like, given the rights. Like, that's not them trying to hurt people. It's like, there's a lot of fucking policies, like, being pro-death penalty. Like, that is a position of empathy. You're trying to empathize with the victims, with the people who, like, lost fucking family members, for example, or close friends, giving them the humanity to get to have the human right of knowing, hey, the person who, like, the dipshit who killed my mother, my child, they're not gonna get to live, while my mother or child isn't gonna get to live. It's like, yeah, you're against that position in your left wing, and it's like, who's the leopard eating people? It's like, there are different stances, and you gotta go by this case by case. Like, this doesn't represent the Republican Party. In fact, the Republican Party is losing on this shit. Like, dude, I'm sure Secular Talk, didn't he make a video, like, showing that gay marriage, approval for gay marriage within the Republican Party is at 60%, and I'm really surprised it's even that low. But it is apparently at 60%. It's like, this doesn't accurately represent the party.
Exchange between David Leatherwood and Caitlyn Jenner, where she reveals Jamie Mitchell of Gays Against Groomers is on DeSantis' payroll. And for those of you who don't remember, this is the fascist who justified the Club Q mass shooting on national television.
And unfortunately, you know, the tragedy that happened in Colorado Springs the other night, you know, it was expected and predictable. We all, within Gays Against Groomers, saw
I hate
this.
that Tucker Carlson fucking platformed this too. It's like, Tucker's a champ. Bro, we gotta watch
Coming
more
from
of
a
his
mile
videos.
away.
Yeah.
And sadly, I don't think it's going to stop until
It's
we...
like, that is pretty true. We did sort of see that coming, but it's like, because y'all fucking sort of fed into that narrative. And it's like, I hate that Tucker Carlson allowed himself to be, like, dragged down that fucking pipeline. It's like, he's so much fucking better than this.
end this evil agenda that is attacking children.
So Ron DeSantis,
Nobody's attacking fucking children, you moron. It's like, dude, I remember I went to France, and, like, there were drag queens, like, half fucking naked, sometimes walking around. Like, at some point I saw that, and I was like, dude, I'm sure the kids don't give a shit, because they don't fucking give a shit. They don't care. It's like, have fucking drag queens walking fucking naked in Paris, dude. Like, the kids don't fucking care.
DeSantis is surrounded by people who either
Like,
believe
they don't even know they're gay, I'm sure.
that LGBTQ people should be put to death, full stop, or at best, that violence against them by right-wing terrorists is
put to death, yeah. I mean, yeah, because that pastor said that. I mean, yeah, they're going with religion, and religion says that, but I mean, most religious people don't really read their holy scripture. It's like, if you ask most religious people, it's like, this country's, big majority Christian. It's like, I'm sure you ask most Christian people, they're probably actually pro-gay marriage, so.
justified
Yeah,
so
they don't read the fucking book.
long as they keep attacking children. And when they say attack children, what they mean is basically drag queen story hour and gender affirming care. But yet, all of these gay and trans Republicans are
fucking attacking children by fucking curing them. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, imagine a trans child. Imagine a child with fucking diabetes. Like, are we gonna shove that insulin, like, these pills down that kid's throat? Dude, these fucking, like, doctors trying to attack children. Yeah, like, let's make the next thing about that, because we're sort of tired of hearing about trans people. Like, let's go after the diabetic kids. Or, I mean, let's just call out the doctors for going after the diabetics. I mean, the kids with diabetes. Like, just let them fucking die.
are completely shocked
Let's
that
go.
DeSantis would go this far and cross some sort of a line. So it is.
It's like, I mean, yeah, you can hate a certain group and not hate another group. It's like, just saying people are stupid for not assuming, oh, well, you hate that group, so you should hate, like, I mean, dude, yeah, the right wing, there are different groups that, the right wing is known for having some fringe branch that'll go after. But, hey, just because somebody on the left is, racist, I'm not gonna assume that they, I don't know, hate, like, whatever else the left tends to hate. What, rich people? Like, I'm not gonna necessarily just assume that. Just because they hate rich people, they're fucking racist. Not necessarily. They don't necessarily hate white people just because they hate rich people. It's like, those two tend to be really very, very common in the Democratic Party. I'm not gonna make that assumption, though. And if somebody turns out to hate rich people, and then, oh, well, they hate white people too, they're also a black supremacist. It's like, yeah, anybody who didn't see that coming, I'm not gonna call them fucking retards.
Astonishing
Like,
to me, obviously, that there are any LGBTQ plus people who support a fascist like Ron DeSantis whose eliminationist policies directly endanger their lives, but they exist. For example, in an op-ed for the Daily Beast, Yvonne Dean Bailey claims that
God dang.
she was all in for DeSantis before she saw this disgusting ad, writing,
It's like, dude, yeah, they were doing it to other people. I'm sure in good faith. I'm sure most people into this, like, most people in general are not just bad faith actors. I'm sure most people involved in this are probably fucking, like, fed into the line. Oh, there's like a fringe group who's like attacking children. Like, these are really the people we're going after with this. But it's like, yeah, to be fair,
quote, despite my conservative credentials, you couldn't pay me to vote for the Florida governor now. I am a lesbian, and DeSantis has made it abundantly clear that he doesn't want any...
Yeah, like, what an entitled bitch. It's like, yeah, like, I thought he only hated this group, but, like, since I'm involved, it's like, dude, he already hated a group, and you hate that group. We don't feel bad for you for, like, being hated
LGBTQ plus conservatives on his team because of
like, you were hating people.
their identity. And seeing this reaction is mind-blowing to me because, newsflash, he never wanted you to be part of his movement. You are the person who he is using to get popular, right? Attacking you is boosting...
No, it's like he fucking did that for a while, and now he's doing it. It's like, dude, this shit didn't work in, what was it, 2022? Like, the red wave, what the fuck happened to that dude? And everybody explained, yeah, it's because of this fucking anti-groomer bullshit. Nobody's fucking grooming anybody. Like, trans people, that's not new. Trans people existed before 2022. Like, that was a thing. Children didn't get groomed, and it's like, dude, we've been saying this forever. What's the sexual assault rate at, like, Catholic fucking churches versus drag queen events? Apparently, there was a lawsuit. The Catholic Church had to pay, like, fucking billions of dollars for, like, just switching fucking, like, priests around because they knew they kept fucking, like, assaulting children in, like, creepy ways because, well, probably because they don't get to fuck anyone because religion. And it's like, yeah, that happens a lot. But, yeah, I'm guessing drag queen story hours are safer than fucking Catholic churches for children, right?
Listing his national profile. So why are you suddenly surprised? Did you not know that he didn't like you before this ad? He removed LGBTQ plus books from schools, forced teachers back into the closet. He banned pride and drag. But this ad, that's where, you know, this is the straw that broke the camel.
People wouldn't even necessarily disagree with some of that. Like, I mean, I'm sure if there's a book that is for, like, kindergartners talking about, like, gay pride and shit, or, like, about white power and all that sort of crap, identity politics, it's like, yeah, most people would agree that shit maybe shouldn't be on the shelves. Like, oh, you're gonna add this book there, you're gonna, like, not add this book? Yeah, sure, I wouldn't add this. Like, what the fuck? But it's already there, and no one gives a shit. It's like, there are so many books on these shelves, unless it's mandatory reading. And even if it is, it's like, yeah, it's sort of fucking weird, but who cares? It's like, out of all the fucking problems that you could fix in the world, if this is, like, the type of shit you're concentrating on, it's like, you're sort of a loser. Like, you're not getting anything substantive done. Like, your fucking presidency, if you were to become president, would look abysmal. You're already concentrating on dumb shit like this, so, like, whatever you're gonna get done as governor, even if you don't do anything that's harmful, even if you just concentrate on dumb shit like that, like, ban some dumb book that probably shouldn't really be there on a kindergartner shelf. It's like, dude, that's not improving anyone's life. So, like, even by those standards, like, you're still a moron for, like, doing that than running for president. It's like, this is your track record. Let's ban this book from a kindergarten shelf when no one's probably even fucking reading it.
Back apparently to a lot of queer conservatives. They're just genuinely stupid. I can't be polite. I have to just state the obvious fact that these people are fucking dipshits for not realizing what DeSantis or the entire Republican Party apparatus is, right?
So I still can't believe that this guy was featured in a Ron DeSantis ad. Like, bro, all these years of hard work fucking...
And a lot of this shock from right-wing homosexuals comes from the naive belief that the fascists in their party are only going to come for trans people and they're going to stop right there. They're not...
I swear to God, like, this is the fucking escalation thing. Oh, well, this is gonna keep growing and keep... It's like, what do you think is gonna come next? Because, clearly the country as a whole isn't going anywhere with this. I mean, there are some Republican lawmakers that have a lot of fucking power and that are very transphobic, but the general public, like, where the party lies, again, like, 60% of Republicans support gay marriage. It's like, if you're going to make the slippery slope argument where, like, oh well, then they're gonna go after the black people, and then they're gonna go after the Jews or whatever the fuck. It's like they can do that, but they aren't gonna get far with it because America is a democracy, and the court, like, even fucking them, they like rejected this Moore versus Harper case. Like they rejected like independent state legislature theory. Dude, I'm so fucking high. So it's like they see that the people are not gonna stand by that shit. And like nobody's racist in America. That stuff isn't a thing. Almost nobody's homophobic. And it's like they can like take it up a notch. That's just gonna make them fucking lose. It's like they might as well do that. And like these people like saying, oh well, you're just being naive, you just think they're gonna come after them but not you. Like you're pretty much just assuming that from their position they are just agreeing with you that this is Nazi Germany all over again. And they're just assuming, oh well, this time it'll be different than Nazi Germany. It's similar in every other context, but this time I'm sure they're gonna stop it. They don't see it that way. They don't think that their party is attacking any group, just like the Jews were attacked. Like they don't see it that way. If they're Republican, fucking like. Yeah, gay. Who cares if they're gay? If they're Republican fucking like candidates, or if they're Republican figures, clearly if they're also anti-trans, they believe these people are trying to harm our children. They aren't thinking, oh well, we're just going after that group because I mean fuck, you gotta hate on somebody sometimes. But it's like that's not gonna be me next. It's gonna be somebody else. It's not gonna be. It's like they don't see it that way. Why the fuck would they see it that way? Otherwise, they wouldn't be for that party. Like anybody who would see it that way, oh well, these are leopards coming after somebody's. It's like they wouldn't fucking see it that way. Obviously, like you're just like assuming bad faith right off the bat and being like, you're stupid because well, you're bad faith. But you're not.
They're not going to go further and attack more LGBTQ plus people. They're just going to go for the trans people, and then that's it. They actually thought that attacking their own community, attacking trans people...
Dude, it's not... I don't know why you're making it into a community. Everybody's making... Dude, the fucking white people community. As if, like, I'm guessing a community. Dude, I've been saying this isn't a community for so long. Because intuitively it feels like, dude, people in a community, they would have to have some stuff in common that would be meaningful and like characterize like a community being warranted under it. It's like if you just put some random immutable characteristic to people and just say, oh well, people who share this trait, I don't know, having a fucking mole on your face. Oh, that's a community. Everybody has a mole. I'm sure everybody who's lived the experience when they were a kid of being made fun of for having a mole on their face or some shit. Everybody who has acne. Yeah, that fucking community. It's like, things like that don't describe who you are in any meaningful way. So I don't see why you would ascribe the word community to it, but... Like, in my guess, like, for some to be a community, it's like either pretty much everybody in the community knows one another and knows most of the other people in that community. And it's like something around some activity you're doing or some like common like but it's gotta be some ideas that are in common, not just some identity trait. That doesn't make it a community. Unless you're like making the fucking identity politics and you're like, oh well, these people are all special in the fact that their identity makes them special. Living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. Like, okay, characteristic. It's like, I don't feel like just characteristic like, that's enough to label a community. Like, the fucking white community. Has anyone ever fucking said that? Would that make sense? Wouldn't that sound like y'all are retards? Maybe even racists? Like, maybe y'all fucking ascribing, like, this is a fucking community. And, they are marginalized. Like, you fucking sorta did that shit. Like, if you're gonna say, oh, well, this is a community, let's give them certain, like, minority rights, it's like, bro, I mean, of course, trans people are actually marginalized, and, like, they should have rights to protect them, to make them equal, but, yeah, just, saying, oh, well, this fucking community of people, and, framing them that way, yeah, I feel like that's more of what the word community means, because no one's gonna say the fucking white community. When you, like, make that a thing, you ascribe that title to people, like, it makes sense that people are gonna have a problem with it.
People would further ingratiate gay people with Republicans, but that's
Like,
not how
we're sort of slamming them together, and just objectifying them based on their identity. Like, that's the left doing that by, like, making the title the LGBTQ community. Like, the left sort of put themselves in that predicament for the right to go after them like that.
how this works. And I think that this meme describes them perfectly. A Republican thanks a gay man for helping
Like,
him
not
outlaw
that it
trans people and
justifies fuck all anything at all. Like, it doesn't.
drag queens. But then the gay guy asks, so, who are we going after next? And the Republican just looks at him. And then the gay guy asks again. I said, who's next? And then the guy just looks at him again. And then the gay guy asks, who? It's you, dipshit. They're going after you, Dave Rubin, and Log Cabin Republicans, and Rick Grenell. And don't think that
And
you
I
being...
hate this shit, because, like, again, a lot of these people, they are good faith, and the right has an ideology, like, that goes past just, like, hating trans people, and a lot of these ideas are fucking good. That's why I'm a right-winger. Despite not being anti-trans, I'm a right-winger because a lot of these ideas are fucking good. Not being racist, for example. Let's hope the Republican Party doesn't die off, because not having racism is good. The left has been, like, virtue signaling, complaining about systemic racism, when the only form of Jim Crow that was left after the Civil Rights Act was affirmative action. Well, guess which party just overturned the last form of Jim Crow? Yeah, let's hope the Republican Party doesn't go away anytime soon, because free speech matters too, for example. I would not like to see free speech go away in America, because I like democracy. So in the same way that Morvie Harper, I'm glad the decision went as it did. I'm glad as fuck for Republicans, because I care about free speech. I also don't like racism, and I don't like theft. I think you should get to have property rights, and your wealth is included amongst your property. I don't think you should be forced to give, like, once you reach a certain threshold, then, like, the general consensus is, oh, well, you don't need more money then. It's like, yeah, I'm sure the little African starving kids, all of us are too fucking rich to them. And it's like, oh, well, we shouldn't get to be that rich. We should, like, set ourselves to their standards. Why are they so below us? Why don't we go, like, give everybody, just give at least 50% of what they have to starving African kids? They deserve better than that. They deserve at least as much as we have. Like, is theft acceptable? Yeah, I'd rather have a party that says no, it's not. But yeah, this goes way further than just a trans debate. Like, of course, if, like, a Republican versus Democrat was just, do you hate trans people or not? As if just that question was that nuanced. Like, as if these people, some of them, they didn't come from a place of love. And, like, some of these Republicans who might, like, I don't know, be parents and make their trans kids' lives hell. Maybe they don't hate their kids and they genuinely believe oh god, what happened to my kid? Like, they got indoctrinated. I gotta help them now. I can't let them go further down this path, or maybe they'll end up killing themselves. Who knows? Like, this is my job as being a good parent. Again, like, when my mother, I'm sure when she, like, spent her fucking entire life, like, since I was 14, when I got depression, I already had OCD, and she had already been, like, pounding me as, like, oh, that's not real, you don't really gotta do these, like, weird things, you're just choosing to do them because you don't care enough, or whatever. It's like, yeah, she spends her time, like, fucking bitching at me for not getting better and stuff. Like, she used to do that. She still does that a lot. Like, and it's like, I don't think she just fucking hates me. I think she's just, yeah, like, too stupid to understand. Hey, if I keep bitching at my kid for, like, 6 years for not getting better, and they, like, that doesn't make them get better, they just still, oh, well, I don't know, my life is going to shit over this. I don't think this is my fucking choice. Why would I choose that? It's like these people just fucking naive, and they just like hear one side. They like what's it called? They like circle jerking. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't like opposition, and they're just convinced that they have the right take. It's like a lot of these people, they don't even hate a certain person, but yeah, again, like, just boiling down this entire party is just hateful people. Like, that's just such an oversimplification.
Rich is going to save you from the blender too. Caitlyn Jenner. They're going after you. Okay? But choosing to prioritize class interests over their own human dignity is coming back to bite them, and they're surprised. Again, it goes back to the original meme of, I never thought that leopards would eat my face, says person who...
Dude, like, I'm sure, like, y'all keep saying, like, this sort of a dog whistle to, like, this is Nazi Germany happening all over again. Like, we know that's sort of what you're saying, and I'm sure, this argument, like, I'm not gonna put words in his mouth, but I'm sure some people who would use that argument, like, the logical conclusion would usually be, well, they're gonna go after black people and the Jews next. Like, that's, once they're done with all of the LGBTQ, it's like, that's gonna be, like, next on the list. And it's like, dude, at this point, like, I think I've only seen one person bring up, like, actual, not just virtue signaling over it, but bringing up similarities. Apparently, trans people make up, like, the same percentage of the US as Jews made up a percentage of Nazi Germany, and it's like, oh, well, they're trying to go after the same, like, fraction of group of people. Like, if there are more similarities, maybe I should look into that and bring those up. Like, if that's the case, we want to know. Maybe you should, like, awake more people to that. I'm sure if you found all the, because I don't care about history, I don't think we should need to look at history to, like, use our critical thinking skills to guess, oh, well, how is this gonna go? We shouldn't need to have made a mistake in the past to be able to have the intelligence to assume what the outcome of a certain choice would be. Oh, well, you think it's gonna go that way? I don't know. If you needed to, like, read books about the Holocaust to intuitively understand that gassing Jews is bad, it's like, you're a moron. I don't think school or education is going to help you stop being a moron. Critical thinking skills, trying to make you acquire that might help you, but then, like, if this is so similar, it's not like I would go look into history because I think it's fucking useless, but I mean, you want to make your point, like, go at it. Go look into the history of Nazi Germany and show us more fucking similarities, dude. Because clearly these people are not smart enough to think, oh, well, dude, we're not gonna push a bunch of red flags. Like, dude, we know if this is what we're trying to go for, which I don't think they're trying to go for the same shit the Nazi Germany. Like, Hitler apparently was so fucked in the head, like, he was traumatized as a child, and, like, his career was based on trying to get revenge. Like, he was a fucking meth head and shit. It's, like, a lot of stuff wrong with him. I don't know anything about him, but it's, like, dude, I mean, let's say Republicans now, like, in 20 years, the Republican Party of it hasn't been stopped. Like, they're going after black people and the Jews, and maybe trying to holocaust them, or whatever the fuck. It's like, yeah, clearly people like Ron DeSantis are not smart enough, if that was the intention, to bring America to, like, something similar eventually. They aren't gonna be smart enough to think, oh, well, we know Hitler tried to do that, and, like, if I'm trying to do the same shit, I better take myself, like, do everything differently, make sure not to bring up any red flags, because, I know that people are gonna be looking out for that, and if I make it obvious in any way that I'm trying to do the same shit, it's like, well, I'm gonna get caught. People don't really want to see democracy overturned, so if that's my intention, I better be on the lookout, because that might be a hard task. Clearly these people aren't smart enough to do that, so bring us some red flags, dude. Show us some red flags, we'd love to see them. And I'm sure if you have some good red flags to bring up, people will listen.
Voted for the leopards eating People's Faces Party. Now, getting back to the ad, I actually want to show you Pete Buttigieg's response, because even though his neoliberal politics are very different, actually antithetical to mine, I actually think that his response to this was right on point.
I'm going to choose my words carefully, partly because I'm appearing as secretary, so I can't talk about campaigns. And I'm going to leave aside the strangeness of trying to prove your manhood by...
Dude, doesn't he always go off the rails about, like, things that have nothing to do with transportation? Like, doesn't he just call everything fucking racist? Like, isn't that his punchline? Just, like, the roads are fucking racist, except that he's the one building the fucking roads, so I guess he's calling himself the white supremacist, but it's like, I mean, like, what do you expect from this guy? But
putting up a video that's...
I mean, I don't know much about him. Like, for all I know, he's gray. I don't know
shit
about him.
This is images of you in between oiled up, shirtless bodybuilders. And just get to the bigger issue that is on my mind whenever I see this stuff in the policy space, which is, again, who are you trying to help? Who are you trying to make better off? And what public policy problems do you get up in the morning thinking about how to solve?
And that's a good response, because DeSantis, and really the entire Republican Party in general, they're running on hate.
Yeah, that's why the Republicans lost in the midterms, because this anti-trans thing, it's a waste of our fucking efforts and time. Like, what the fuck are we advocating here? Like, who is this going to help? Like, fucking children? As if they give a shit about seeing somebody fucking exist. Nobody cares.
Hate and cruelty, and that's it. They're not even pretending to care about economic issues or work.
Like, children aren't born fucking hating.
Working class issues at this point. Their voters know this, though, right? They will happily vote against their own self-interests just to inflict more pain and suffering on marginalized communities. Even Trump remarked about how Republicans seemingly care more about attacking trans people than tax cuts. Case in point.
That was
it's amazing how strongly people feel about that. You see, I'm talking about cutting taxes. People go like that. Talk about transgender. Everyone goes crazy. Who would have thought 5 years ago you didn't know what the hell it was?
Interesting how
what that fucking, like, I saw that on Secular Talk. Like, dude, one of the only times Secular Talk was, like, ahead of him in covering the news. Yeah, that was... Dude, Trump's always kept it real sometimes. Like, I fucking love this shit. I hope Trump stays
works, isn't it? Do Republican voters ever wonder why their financial situation continues to deteriorate year after year? Yet Republicans and their propagandists, they're not proposing any new solutions. They're just saying, hey, be mad at this marginalized group, now this one, instead of the elites at the top.
No, it's always been the same one. Like trans people
that are exploiting them and making their financial situation worse. Do they ever think, maybe I'm being duped by a party that doesn't care about me?
It's like, to be honest, I'm sorry, but what would the Black Lives Matter riots about? It's like, yes, CNN and, well, the left trying to tell you, oh, go after this fucking group. Police officers and white people. Oh, who's gonna be next, bro? It's like, we don't assume that shit. We don't assume that, like, y'all are just trying to conquer the world by just killing off this fucking group, then that one, and that. It's like, yeah, some people like to be hateful. That's because, the trans side, like, all of that is sort of new. We're just starting to accept them now, which is why they're coming out now. And it's like, society's just going to take some time to adapt, because look at gay people. It took some time for gay marriage to be accepted, and now 60% of Republicans are pro-gay marriage. It's like, the trans thing, that's newer than the gay thing. It required technology that is newer than, well, gay people. Accepting them doesn't require any technology, because, they don't have to switch their gender. Switch their sex. It's like, yeah, this is just a newer thing, which is why more people are getting duped into, oh, well, this doesn't make intuitive sense. Like, I've known this guy's a guy my whole life. This just doesn't make sense that they'd be a woman, because, like, that just has never really been a thing in society, and we're new to that, and we're, like, sort of skeptical, I guess, because people are.
Maybe I'm being robbed blind by elites, and they want me to hate these people who have no effect on my life, when in actuality I should be looking at the top. No, of course not. Because this strategy...
Like, yeah, again, dude, I'm really trying to work on me going on tangents and, like, taking 10 minutes to say what should fucking take 5 seconds, but, again, like, the reason why people are going after trans people is because that concept is new, and, like, yeah, the rate of, social acceptance of people who look different from us, like, this has been the tune of the generation, the tune of the century, to, like, accept people more and more, and trans people are some of, like, one of the last groups of people to have, like, started becoming socially accepted. Like, that's why people are still going after them. It's like, some of these people, like, yeah, maybe they also dislike gay people, because, there are some similarities, and, like, a lot of people who hate gay people, oh, well, they're definitely gonna hate trans
works.
people.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it year.
Like, again, making that, oh, well, they're gonna go after the gays and then the blacks. It's like, dude, even if they do, the public is going to get less and less on their side. And the public fucking elects them. Like, with, like, independent slate legislature theory got rejected by, like, the most conservative court you could fucking get. Like, it won't get more conservative. There's just no way. It's like,
after year. This time, it's trans
even if this is the case, this won't go far.
people and LGBTQ plus people, but by the next election cycle, it could be immigrants again. It could be Muslims.
Okay,
they're
buddy.
always changing the target.
Like, Muslims, dude, that shit's in Europe. Like, that's not what the immigration crisis is here. Muslims, how many Muslims do you even fucking know in the US? Like, why would anyone go after them here? Like, you don't even see them.
Because they don't want their voters to see what's actually affecting their lives negatively.
Okay, buddy, sure.
Right? But these
That's
voters...
why we run on other policies than just that. The death penalty. That's a pretty, like, supported right-wing idea that's pretty populist to be for the death penalty. That's a right-wing idea, is that, like, lepers going... Again, this is one of the policies that make up the political spectrum. there are way more fucking like positions that are politicized than just that.
Voters don't care. They're A-OK cutting off their noses to spite their faces just because seeing other people do worse than them, seeing other people get harmed, that at least makes them feel like they're doing okay, even if...
Dude, that's such a, like, dumbass fucking line to go. Dude. Again, people in general are not hateful. They don't love hating other people. They're just getting duped into really thinking, yeah, these people, they're trying to attack children or whatever. And that line isn't very convincing, which is why most people aren't fucking convinced by it. Again, 60% of Republicans pro-gay marriage. I mean, that's gay, not trans, but like, Republicans lost in the midterms because of fucking this shit. Because it's not popular. That's why most people aren't getting duped by it, but the people getting duped by it, they are getting duped by it. Like, they aren't like, oh, well, I want to hate certain people who, like, I know are just trying to go by their lives. Like that, I can just feel, like, either way, if they really hated these people, they would see them as inhuman, and they wouldn't want to compare themselves to those. They'd be like, these aren't real people. I've got nothing to do with them. Why should I compare myself to them? What, am I gay? Like, if they were actually, like, just hateful of a community in that manner, in the manner you're describing, they would have nothing, they would want nothing to do with them, and they wouldn't want to compare themselves to those. Like, the thing of seeing people suffering, oh, I'm not doing that bad if there's people suffering. Nobody sees it that way. It's like, come on, you should know fucking better.
And if in actuality,
it's so
they're not,
dumb.
right? Income and wealth inequality is as bad as it's been, but yet, so long as the trans people don't have rights, these Republican voters are perfectly fine voting for this party.
It's like, dude, I'm sorry, but he just keeps assuming bad intentions. This is so dumb.
And to be crystal clear here, it's not just DeSantis. That's what I want to emphasize here. Perhaps he's the most explicit in his genocidal goals, but the entire Republican Party, including Trump, by the way, has made it very clear that the existence of LGBT...
Yeah, fucking the white genocide, dude. The fucking Democrats are trying to kill off all the white people or some shit. Who's next? Bro, I swear to God, it's like, you're doing this shit, but you're sort of parodying yourself at this point. Being like, oh, well, they're gonna go after these and these next. It's like, the public has already accepted those other groups. Like, the trans people, they had already started being accepted, which is why big companies are still pandering to them. Because... yeah, like, this is a loud minority we're talking about, and the public isn't really digressing. Like, if they choose to attack black people next, that'd be super retarded of them. And it seems like this is gonna backfire in Ron DeSantis' face. How much do you want to bet Ron DeSantis will not become president? Now that he's done this shit, I will bet you anything you want. Ron DeSantis does not ever become president. Like, no way
plus people is existentially threatened by them getting power. The Supreme Court just legalized discrimination in a case based on nothing. So regardless of who is or isn't the GOP's nominee, the heads of LGBTQ plus people are on the chopping block no matter what. And actively supporting this genocidal and fascistic party is an act of violence against your LGBT.
Dude, again, like, he's just putting every fucking policy into just this fucking policy. Dude, we can support this party, I don't know, because we're not racist, because we think the First Amendment like matters, because we don't think theft is right. Like, there are other reasons to be for this party. Like, I know some people who like, they are left-wing on every issue, but they are religious, and they believe that abortion is murder, and they will vote for right-wing candidates. No, like, I know some people who, like, mostly old people, who will say, yeah, I voted for Trump, even though I hate him and all this, like, I hate his rhetoric and stuff, I'm just pro-life. Like, there are positions that have nothing to do with this. There are so many positions that a party will have a stance on in politics. It's fucking unreal. Like, a fucking small minority is trying to run on this specifically, and they're losing at it. The polls show that.
LGBTQ plus friends and family. You don't have to actively support Democrats, right? You don't have to go out of your way to become a liberal or a leftist. But what I am saying is that voting for Republicans is an act of violence against your LGBTQ plus friends and family. I would
then who would you? Oh no, not
rather you not vote at this point than vote for this.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd rather have people who disagree with you not vote than like voice their disagreement.
Party that is.
I mean, dude, you can vote on them, vote for them because in isolation, like maybe you should be putting more emphasis on this specific policy because this is a big deal. But like, if people were choosing, like, despite this, like, this fucking rhetoric that they have and the policies they're implementing on that basis, I still agree with them. Like, with like all the policies in isolation, I agree with more of their fucking ideas and the policies than yours. And like, who would I want? I mean, again, voting is I mean, whether you individually vote or not is not gonna change the outcome of an election. But like, people who are voting, they're trying to get to weigh in, I guess, on who they would rather see as president based on who they hate the least at worst. And it's like, it can make sense for you to dislike those policies but still vote for someone who would like be in favor of these policies because you're in favor of other things that they're in favor of, or you are more against the things that other candidates are for than you are against, like that. And it's like, the left does have extremely fucking bad things too. Oh well, let's hate this group. That's not just a thing on the right. Like, police officers, white people, rich people, like MAGA Republicans, which to be fair, a lot of them hate trans people, but I mean, some of them probably don't.
Taking the country backwards, moving us closer and closer towards authoritarianism and genocide. And I'm letting...
As if the left wouldn't do that if they were fully in control. Like, as if they wouldn't tax the rich into oblivion. And, I mean, who's the guy saying, like, what's it called? Not liberate, but, yes, something the workplace. What does he want to do with the workplace? Yeah, he wants workers to take over the workplace and pretty much be in charge. Like, he wants the employees to get to pretty much control the workplace. So that's pretty much like just, oh well, the bosses, they have to keep paying you, but they don't pay you to make the rules. You make the rules, and they're pretty much slaves to you. Like, they don't pay you to boss you around, to tell you what you gotta do or get out. Like, they have to pay you for you to get to choose what you want to, what service you want to provide in exchange for money that you, like, your boss doesn't get to fucking choose. That's not democracy either, buddy.
My friends and family know that they can't vote Republican and support me, and you should do the same. But at the end of the day...
That's so fucking stupid. I'm sure Republicans, like extreme Republicans, could say, well, you're not voting for Joe Biden. I'm disowning you if you fucking support Joe Biden.
It's just really a statement on where we're
at.
Like,
I'm sorry, but that's toxic too. That's divisive too.
Far we've fallen. That boasting.
And I'm sure if you tell people that, this will only get the right to have more leverage over you, saying, oh well, y'all are trying to fucking threaten people, manipulate people, play that game of telling you, well, you're not allowed to disagree. I won't I disown you if you disagree with me. Like, you're giving the right fucking ammunition. If you hate them so much, why are you giving us ammunition? To just say, oh well, like you're saying, I encourage you to pretty much disown your family members or tell them, hey, you don't really care about me. Like, if they have a different political opinion. And it's like, I will completely agree every time these people are like, well, this shouldn't be politicized. This again, for one, yeah, even if the trans thing, that is a right-wing issue now, to be against trans people, that doesn't mean that being right-wing means you're against trans people. Like, this is an umbrella of fucking issues that falls under right-wing versus left-wing. But then again, second thing, even if this shouldn't be a political issue, well, whether you want it or not, whether we want it or not, it fucking is one. So I'm sorry, but when somebody is saying dude, like nowadays when someone's saying oh well, I go this way versus that way on trans issues, they are stating a political opinion. Like, whether you think this should or shouldn't be political, I agree with you. I would like for this not to be political, but it's fucking become political. So, I mean, when you're saying, oh well, this person, like, they aren't making a political statement, having a political disagreement with me. They're just being hateful. It's like, no, they are having a political fucking opinion. Because at that point, the other side could just be like, well, this shouldn't be political, it's about protecting children. You just want children to be groomed. I'm not having a political disagreement with you. We just disagree on whether or not child should be molested. You're fucking sick. So, this story does go both ways. And I think once it has become a political issue, whether or not that's a good thing, if we're gonna approach people who, would disagree with us on that political issue as, well, we're not having a political disagreement, you're just hitting it, like, that's not a healthy way to engage with people. And yeah, as I said firstly, supporting a party and equating that to supporting one specific issue that this party affiliates with, that's just such a fucking a misinterpretation of someone's fucking actions. But
about homophobia is something that Republican politicians are doing, whereas 5 years ago they were downplaying the homophobia. That tells you a lot, and it's a bit of a warning sign to everyone in society.
Yeah, and DeSantis gave us that warning sign by fucking showing, yeah, well, look at Trump, the guy who's legit just will go along with the flow on fucking every issue. Like, he showed, yeah, look at us 5 years ago where we were. Look at Trump supporting the LGBT. Like, look at the go with the flow guy supporting the LGBT back in the day. It's like, he's showing a bunch of red flags. He's so stupid, he's just fucking showing them. Why don't you go ahead and show us all the other red flags that would point to Nazi Germany?
That things are going to get worse if this party remains unchecked.
Yeah, dude. Like, you could say worse, or you could go with the, they're bringing the Holocaust back. Like, you would have a very strong argument. Especially given that this has gone to where it's at. Like, it's become, I guess, some people who might start being like, dude, are there comparisons? like you're sort of framing it to ask that question, and I think you'd be better off just bringing that to its logical conclusion and investigating it. Like, look into how this shit played out during World War II. Try to find similarities and make an argument for yourself. Try to put like as much weight into your arguments, because that's a heavy fucking claim, but it's clear you're making that claim. Just like, yeah, try to do that. Otherwise it's you're wasting a lot of this video's fucking punchline. But yeah, dude, let me guess, I took more than 1 hour to react this like fucking video. Wow. Yeah, dude, I'm really trying to tone that down. It's like yesterday I didn't spend that long reacting to that. Dude, I'm trying to stop repeating myself that much, but how I went from transphobe to trans ally. Dude, fuck, like, now that I'm streaming, do I wanna look at more stuff? Yeah, no one's... Okay. Just lost a sub. That's gay. Fuck, does he post, like... He barely ever posts. Dude, like, the guy told us he would, like, come back to posting more once his channel, like, got unfucked, but I mean, he's not really doing that now. Dude, yeah, that was bro, Elon's just going fucking insane. Socialist workers. Oh, yeah, I see what that is. Dude, fuck, I don't know, do I fucking Sam Cedar? If I react to Sam Cedar, like, I won't be able to help but like fucking speak and speak and speak. Okay. I guess, yeah, I could react to this shit. Nah, I sort of saw that from the Humanist Report. Yeah, that, I mean, I definitely get Don Mulvaney's fucking point. It's like, yeah, you should definitely, morally speaking, stand by the people who you employ. But yeah, fucking, I think this has been a decent live stream or whatever the fuck.